Okay, this is the first one.
First one.
See it? It's what? Yeah.
So we better make it great. I've been working long and hard with all my peeps and crew. We've made the eggs, and now I'm here to bring them to you.
Okay.
My real name's a secret. My friends call me EB.
Yeah.
My special job means I must hide my true identity. Yes, I'm the Easter Bunny, and I'm coming to your home.
See it? It's what?
If you have Easter spirit, then you just might see me roam. The first trap is quite simple. Just carrots on a plate.
Alright, don't tell me how it ends.
I'm lightning fast to catch me. You'll need some better bait. A hole that's covered by a rug will never cause me strife. Have you forgotten what I am? Burrowing's my life. Now this is much more like it. A fully lit dance floor. You see it? It's what? Yeah. I'll do a little hip hop, then dash behind the door. This next step is quite clever. Made by brilliant engineers. But it's hard to catch a bunny who has supersonic ears.
Supersonic ears. Burrowing's my life.
Look at how big those bunny's ears are. You've got big. Look at the bunny ears that you have.
You want to catch me for my eggs and magic basket too?
You come up here and help me?
I've been hiding Easter treats since 1862. This trap nearly gets me, but check out all my hops. Watch me dodge the flying fish and the cherry yogurt pops. I switch my size from 2 feet tall to something small and gray. Your Easter spirit is so strong, you see me right away. I leave so many Easter treats, no children will be sad.
Come here.
But when they see that I've escaped, they'll be hopping mad.
Hopping mad.
The Bunny Tumbler 2.0 sure takes me for a spin. But I've got lucky rabbit's feet. I know I'll always win.
I know I'll always win.
With all the treats delivered to children big and small, I've got one special stop to make to my favorite kid of all. See you all next year. The end.
Live from Hot Springs National Park, it's the record you need to know about with your hosts, John Miller and Aaron Buckley. Broadcasting from Studio A in the KUHS Tower, two guys that have no idea what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, John Miller and Aaron Buckley.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome aboard. We got to do this because we have to do it. We have to do it every time. Jason, are you in there?
No.
You're not. Fascinating. You're not in there at all, are you? Oh, fascinating. Let's try another act. Todd, are you in there?
Hey. Nope.
Ooh, double whammy. I wonder what that could be about. See? And this was that frickin' Tolly guy. He said he was in here dinking around with the microphones, and you got him working. Just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Oh, boy. Why can't these guys just leave him alone? I don't know what the deal is. Let me just shut the mixer off. See if that brings you guys back. That works. Well, if the mixer goes down, it all goes down. Boom, boom. Okay, we can make that stop now. How does that stop? Can you make that stop, Todd? All right. Are you guys in there now?
No.
Nothing. How about now?
No.
We're just gonna do the whole show like this.
Try now. Here's it.
Hello.
Nothing. Oh, great.
This is Jason.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our awesome show. We just had a great DJ meeting.
It's Jason and
And,
I'm Todd.
This is precisely why I spoke up and told all those ding-dong DJs not to touch anything in here.
Just leave it alone.
Ding
Leave
dong
it alone.
DJs.
God. Let's try this. Let me hear you guys now. Come on.
hey,
yeah,
hey.
thank you.
Hey.
Todd?
Nope.
No.
Hey,
Still
hey,
no
hey.
Todd? Dang it.
Nope.
Still no T.
I'm just
T
gonna
Miller.
I'm just gonna sit over here with Jason.
Hey, we
We're gonna
get to
share this microphone.
Oh, I'm so upset right now, Todd.
Breaking
I'm hopping mad. How about now? Let's see. Nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, welcome to the show. KUHS 102.5 FM. I'm busy fixing things on the air. If you are a DJ and you just left a meeting and you're tuning in, yeah, don't touch stuff. Nothing. Touch nothing up here. If you have any questions, you call Bob or you call Zach, the station manager, but don't touch anything. Just play your music. How can you have time to touch stuff? You're busy doing a show. Don't touch things. You're dumb, and you make me really upset. You're screwing up the flow of my show so that your show can be all cool and weird. Whoa, we're crazy, we're weird. We got a crazy radio show. We got sound effects and woo! Look at this dude over here from another planet. God, those don't work now either? Great, try now. Try that now. Whoopie-doo! Yeah, your show's not that good.
Dang, I tell
Stop
you what.
unplugging crap. Leave it alone and let the professionals step in.
That's right.
Try that one, Todd. I mean, not that cable. I bring my own gear up here because of you. That you know who you are, Mr. DJ.
Am I supposed to stick my tongue on this like a battery?
Yeah. Stick your tongue out there like a battery. See what happens. It's pure. Oh my God, he turned into that guy. Nothing yet, huh?
Nothing.
Try now.
How very interesting.
Yeah, nothing now. Looks like all the.
Oh, it's
Oh, wait. Todd? Nothing yet. Jason.
Todd.
Todd?
What?
Ooh!
Oh.
8 minutes into the show, I can now get started with the freaking show.
Ta-da!
Am I? Oh, it's over here. Am I pissed?
He is. Look at the look on his face.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I can't find that sound. I'm not used to this board. That's not it either. Thank you. Okay, really, really. That is a that right there is I was given the go ahead. That right there was a shit fountain.
A shit fountain.
I was told I could say that on the air, and I just did. I'm so proud. So proud of myself. Actually, I'm not. I'm not a big.
Put your weed in there.
Shut up! I'm not a big fan of the not a big fan of the cussing on the air. I think it's weak. I think if you do it, you're just doing it to be cool, and you're not cool at all. Right? Really, you're not cool.
Yeah.
So don't cuss on the air. I mean, why? It's so easy not to.
Yeah.
It's easier to not cuss than it is to cuss.
It's different if you slip.
If you slip, it's more fun because you're
I mean-
like, man, that sushi's that sushi's the best.
I have to say, I've shown great restraint because I cuss all the time outside of
No,
it.
we're very filthy. If you're calling up to get mad at me, I'm sorry. It's very frustrating when the gear doesn't work. So if you're calling up here to get mad at me, please don't, because you don't understand how frustrating it is when the gear doesn't work, and you know it's a simple fix, and these DJs just go crazy. Caller, you're on there. What's your name?
Hello?
No, it's not working either. Good.
Yes, it is working.
Oh, it is. Hey,
Oh!
who we got on the phone here? Sounds like.
Holiday.
Hi, this is Doc Holliday.
Yeah, Doc Holliday on.
Holliday.
All right. Doc Holliday, bring it in.
And friend of the show.
Bring it in, Doc.
Buckaroo, were you having a Casey Kasem moment there, or what?
Yeah, he was having a meltdown.
Well, look
He
here.
was.
Look, Doc.
Well, we weren't talking about a death dedication to a dog.
I'll pull that. You just chose one of our bumpers for the night. Thank you. Sincerely, though, I mean, we collectively work on this show all week, whether it's we come up with ideas via messaging each other, or we see each other in passing and we're like, hey, let's get your butthole probed, whatever it might be. We work all week to make this thing come together on Monday night. And at 9 o'clock, we don't have any B studio to sort of go, everything's working, hit play. We go live on the air, and so we've got like that intro to make sure everybody's on and it's working. And then when it's not, it's a panic, man. I mean, we only got 2 hours here. I don't have all the time in the world when we're doing the show. I mean, I can't put, ass fountain, what they call it again? What is that called again? A shit fountain screen screen grab on the back of the computer. I don't have time.
Watch the language. It's a family show.
No.
We just got out of
ass fountain.
We just got out of a DJ meeting, and I was told that we were allowed to say that now. So I'm saying it.
That is awesome. I'm going to say it at least 5 times
Happy
tonight.
birthday, Prince Rogers. What's going on?
I'm calling in weekly now.
Good. What's on your mind there, Doc? How are you doing? And I don't know if you were listening last week, but I thanked you profoundly for easing my mind when I was in the waiting room of the clinic and my face was all swollen up with poison ivy.
Yes, and I thank you in kind for the mention, and I'm glad you're better.
Me too.
But that wasn't what I called about.
Oh, okay.
This long play bet that we've got going about Todd's absences, you cannot get it right. And I don't know what else I have to do here except to refer you back to, I believe it is episode 171.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I did not make the play on 8 absences. Mine was Jason wins, I pick the record. You win, I match Jason's bet. There is no other. Okay, Doc does not have 8.
You don't have a stake in the game. You just if Jason wins, you match his winnings. And
right.
Which means that Jason will give his winnings to the station, and you will give your winnings to the station, and
right.
and you get to pick the record for when you're up here in 2020 in March.
No. Okay, let's back up a little bit here. Go to 1330 on that show, and let's listen to it again sometime. Not necessarily, but.
I can make that happen right now. Don't make me.
Doc's over here quoting our show like Bible verses.
I don't even.
No, I looked it up because I've been listening to the
I don't remember.
You cannot get it right. It just bugs me.
I'm sorry, Doc. I'm not.
Aaron, you win. I match Jason's bet. Jason wins. I get to pick the record. And then after that, I think we joked about 8 wins. I made a joke about I get to pick the record and match the bet or something like that. All right, let's just sometime later or some other night. Let's replay it.
Go ahead and
clarify. Make sure we get it accurate.
Clarify for us now. Just go ahead and clarify for us.
Yeah.
So that we know. And then I'm going to make a note. I'm going to write it down, and that way I will remember. I always remember when I write stuff down. So let me.
Are you going to curse too, or are you just going to write it down?
I'm going to write it down, Doc. Okay. This is Doc Holliday, everybody. He's a frequent caller to and friend of the show, and a big donor of the station. We will not mention dollar amounts.
Let's just say supporter.
Supporter. There you go. That's fine too. I like it. This is the famous Doc Holliday of the now infamous Prostate Poetry Slam show.
Oh God, can we not talk about that?
Oh, you have no idea. We had a DJ meeting tonight. It was very private. We can't talk about the subject or the.
And my ass was brought up a couple times during the meeting.
His exam was brought up.
Censored?
No, not at all. No, we were doing a public service. We were doing a public health show. We're the new Oprah.
Yeah,
we're the new Oprah, dude. Trying to step in there, man. She's out. She's doing Weight Watchers now.
Good. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, okay, my bet to Jason was $20. Whoever wins will donate to the station. That Todd will miss, and I said 7 shows in 2019, and Jason said 6.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And then you called up and said what?
It was a week later, and I said Jason wins, I get to pick the record. You win, I match Jason's bet. And then there's some horseplay after that about what if it goes to 8. And I said, well, I'll donate the 20 and pick the record.
Okay.
or we can listen to it and clarify it. But,
Is your phone muted now? Jesus.
Yeah, Jason. Why do you have your phone open?
I just want that
Hey,
clear. I just want
now.
that clear because it was kind of like Doc bet 8, and Doc did not bet 8.
Okay.
Doc was matching bets, and it was disturbing me week after week. You were getting it wrong, man.
Sorry. So serious. By the way, this is not the same. This is not the same Doc that I call during the daytime when I need medical advice. This is a completely different guy on the phone right now. The guy I talk to is super nice, very intelligent, and
I debate that. But,
way less boring off the air than he is when he's on the damn show. I'm kidding.
Oh boy,
I'm kidding. Don Rickles. It's a Don Rickles thing. I'm kidding.
I just detected some irritation in your voice, and I was just adding to it tonight. But truthfully, though, in the interest of fair play, I just want to make sure that's clear.
So Doc matches Jason if I win.
Correct.
Okay. Doc, I'm writing this down. Matches.
Yeah. Well, it's on the air. I mean,
Jason,
go back and look at the
if
podcast.
I win. And if Jason wins, you get to pick the record. Doc picks
Well,
record.
I gave you a mulligan.
To an extent.
If I pick something that you just absolutely, you got veto power.
So let me run this one by Todd really quick. Let's just say, Todd, hypothetically speaking, a year goes by and Jason wins the bet. And Doc conference calls us up and says, guys, I got it. I won the bet. I get to pick the record. Coming in March. I want to do the Bengals. We let that one fly? Doc, hang on, Doc. I'm talking to Todd right now.
Are you really wanting to play the Bengals?
Okay, better yet. He says, it's going to happen, guys. Bread, the best of. We're doing it.
That could happen.
I know that could happen. Is that a bet made? A bet made is a bet paid? Is that how that works? We have to eat crow.
Yeah.
So, Todd, it's really up to you at this point. 7 shows, my friend. You got 5 to go.
What if I take it way over?
Then
I will give it.
Oh, it defaults to the highest value. Bet. Right.
If it goes...
Doc still pays if it goes over. Yeah.
Excuse me.
If it goes to 8,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
think that's what he said.
Go ahead, Doc. What? Sorry.
I'll still. Yeah, it goes to 8. I'll pay. No problem. But if it's on the nose, and
If
I'm not
it's
saying
6.
anything like collusion could happen or anything, but I will, Buckaroo. I will give you veto power times one. Okay, times 1. But after that, it's going to go to the committee.
So if it's 6, then you get to pick the record. If it's 7 or more, then he's matching.
I'll pay. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, I'll go with that.
I'm excited. I'm excited about the possibility that you get to bring a record to our attention. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. That'll be lovely.
And Todd, forget about that tequila that is on the way to your house. Just forget about it.
Did he say sativa?
I said tequila.
Tequila.
Forget about it? What do you mean?
Yeah. Just when you get it, forget about it.
What? Okay.
What is he talking about?
No idea.
He's talking in code.
Do y'all ever listen to Car Talk every once in a while? Back years ago.
Oh, I used to love Car Talk.
Forget about that thing we sent you in the mail. Whenever they did Stump the Chumps.
Oh, I didn't pay attention that closely.
Just forget it. It's lost on you.
It is. I was too busy honing in on their the cadence in their delivery. The Car Talk guys, they were both from Boston, Chicago, or something. They had good voices. I didn't hear a word they said. I just heard them.
Okay. All right. It's been bugging me for weeks, and I feel like it's clarified now, and I'm all good with it. So I had to get that off my chest.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
Well,
Thanks for getting that off your chest, and we've got it clarified now. I think I'll make sure to add this to the show notes in perpetuity. Perpetuity.
Run it by the DJ meeting people that you meet with, and make sure it's okay with them.
It's fine. It's going to be just fine.
We're going to have to check.
If we can do a prostate exam, we can let you play a record.
We can get away with anything. Yeah. We can play Brad 24/7.
All right. Well, have a good show, and I'm listening.
Thanks for helping us get on our feet. Thank you, Doc.
All right.
Love you, buddy. All right, there goes the Doc. Right on, man.
Hi, this is Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday,
That's the guy.
frequent caller 2.
Frequent caller 2 in front of the show. Ha!
This is Doc Holliday.
Freaking skank.
All right, thank you. I don't know why it stopped if they're supposed to play together. Anyway, right on. So, back on track, kind of. It's like we need to start the show over. Let's get so screwed up. We are broadcasting live again tonight. If you would like to tune in on YouTube, we've got a full camera set up, courtesy of Todd Miller, the genius sound effects guy, now camera dude, sound effects guy. He's got 2 titles.
Yeah. AV guy.
AV guy. AV guy. AVSFX guy. Ooh, that's a big title. That's a big title. That's a lot of titles. That whoops the hell out of my title. I'm just DJ. DJ Show Notes.
DJ Boardmaster.
DJ Show Notes.
DJ Show Notes.
Someone's got to run the frickin' board, Todd.
That's right. I can't do it from over here.
But yes, we are back on the show. Show must go on. We had a little hiccup there. Things are better now.
Show of hands, how many are drunk?
Doc saved, not me. God, I need to be. Jesus, Prince. But yes, we have a lot to get to on the show. I feel like we missed all the good stuff. But yeah, go to YouTube and you can watch this stupidness going on your screens. Mm-hmm. Those screens of yours. Those little baby televisions you keep in your front pocket. The little baby televisions you carry around in your back pocket. We had a DJ meeting tonight. That was very fun. That went well. Good hour-long meeting, listening to station manager, the best station manager in the world. The guy bends over backwards for everybody.
That's right.
Even though there were some DJs that were like, shortcomings. I was like, I'm going to smack some of these dudes around, man. If I were a puny little guy, I'd be smacking them around going, hey, man, this guy right here, he's the reason you're on the air. You just need to pipe it. Don't unplug crap. Don't mess with anything down here. Just come in, do your show, and get out. The headphones don't work, man. Buy your own headphones. Very simple.
Dang, I tell you what.
Right, Todd. Buy your own headphones.
Buy your own headphones.
That's what we did.
That's
Get your own headphones. But yeah, that was fun. That worked out.
And if anybody messes up this new 4-way headphone amplifier, I'm going to have words.
I mean, do you want me to say anything about that? Because that's a big deal.
Well,
you should at least tell Zach.
I already did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. This station's got a new fancy headphone mixer over here, courtesy of Todd Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Can we credit the radio show at all, or we just credit you? Yeah. Going all over the place. Oh, Todd's getting quite the applause.
What's going on?
But yes, that's really exciting. Does it sound good? Does it sound better, or does it sound the same?
It sounds nice and clean and crisp.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Really?
It's crisp and clean.
Was the other one? Was the other one
Ancient Chinese secret?
Was the other one a little dodgy?
Yeah, a little bit.
It was. Well, I remember the one that had like tape over it.
Yeah, whatever happened last week, it got to where, the mic was half and half.
Yeah.
The sound from it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you were getting that over there. Yours is on a different. Well, now we're on the same.
We're on the level playing field.
Level playing field, yes. It was Easter weekend, of course. Everybody knows. Did you guys have a good Easter? Lots of stuff. Your kid's too old. Nobody cares anymore.
I just worked in the yard.
You worked in the yard.
That's what I do on Easter.
Todd, which one are you on? You're so darn quiet, man. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. He's really loud.
Yeah.
He's volume is lower than yours, and
No,
you're
I don't
still
get
quiet.
it.
It's probably this mic.
It's been like that since the day we started doing this radio show. He's always been quieter, and I keep the levels exactly the same. I even started turning me down.
No, it went up a couple of times. I think it.
Couple of
times. Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's the
didn't last
mic.
long. That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe it's the mic. Who knows? More stuff to get excited about.
We'll
here.
beat
More-
on it a little bit.
More stuff for Aaron to get worked up and have a heart attack over. Because I just want to do a good job for the listeners. That's all. That's the only reason I get worked up. I want to do a good job for the listeners. We have listeners all over the world.
All over the world.
We do. We have a good show. We have a very exciting show tonight. Let's get into it. We covered Easter, right? Who cares? Easter happened. We have a killer record. Todd picked out a killer record for us tonight. We're going to talk about some Confederate statues that are coming down to Little Rock. I'm excited about that. And, of course, at 10:15, we've got the one and only Mark Sargent from Flat Earth Clues coming in to do the first official Flat Earth update.
The first official
Flat Earth update. I unfortunately don't have an intro stinger for him yet. Had a busy weekend.
We'll just make one. This will be it.
Yeah, I couldn't get around to making it happen this weekend. Flat Earth update. There you go. So we'll see if we can't at least get that done for next week. But yeah, we got Mark Sargent, the famous Mark Sargent, from the movie Behind the Curve, coming up 10:15. The Flat Earther himself, Flat Earth Clues. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check it out on YouTube.
I think we're gonna sing an intro song.
We'll want to write one between now and then. We can write one. We can write one. We can definitely write one. We can write one while we're playing this killer record that you dug up from the vault. So
well, it's not really a record, but
it's
close enough. It's
the
length of one.
It's a record enough. Yeah, it's 41 minutes of a record, of a recording, a record of the historical moment.
That's right.
In which this thing went down. Yes, Todd's got access to the vault. In case you don't know what the vault is.
Don't say that too loud.
It's a secret vault, literally a safe, at the bottom floor of his what's the name of that? Paisley Park.
Paisley Park.
Prince Rogers, as you know, he died yesterday, 3 years ago, and Jesus rose 3,000 years ago.
Notice the number 3.
Of course, if you're like me, you tend to go, yeah, did someone come back to life? Probably not. Does it sound cool in a book? Yeah.
Excuse me, son, do you like zombie movies?
I do. That's why I like them, because I'm like, this could never happen. But I want it to. Because all the bad people will go down first. And we'll be like...
That's the second time around.
And we'll be surviving. Carl. Surviving. But yes, no, this record is called Billy. It was recorded in 1983. It is one of the millions, dare I say, maybe thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, of unreleased tracks that are being curated and carefully fed to the public through the Prince estate, if you will. This was thought to be an improvised track during a sound rehearsal. He was trying to teach the chords to some of the dudes in the band. Played guitar for about 45 minutes.
You're not gonna make up the notes in your mind?
And they recorded it. Why? I have no idea. But the improvised lyrics are talking about how funky Billy's glasses are. Billy is referring to Billy Sparks, a friend of Prince Rogers.
Billy Sparks.
And a promoter for the Prince and the Revolution. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Billy was also in the movie Purple Rain.
He was.
He was? He's hanging out at First Ave. Prince, Rogers, Bobby Z, Brown Mark, Wendy Melvin, Lisa Coleman, and Dr. Fink. are all featured on this improvisational piece called Billy.
Can't wait.
And we are sharing that with you tonight in honor of Prince and his legacy, his incredible ability to write really cool songs.
And
make magic happen.
That's right. I was holding on to the edge of my seat, man.
I was winging it. I didn't know what else to say. I mean, I did my research. I figured it where it came from, and but it's a 45-minute long track. But we here at the show have kindly sliced it up into perfect little segments that will hopefully kind of make sense to you, and it'll be enjoyable. And this is stuff is very near and dear to Todd's heart.
And if it doesn't make sense to you, just go along with it.
Just go along with it. It really surprised me when he died, though. How I've known you for a long time. I had no idea you were such a big Prince fan. I really didn't know that you were that big into Prince. And why? Why? Any reason why? And Prince touches you?
He likes purple.
Oh, that too. All the above.
He likes purple. He does like purple. He does like purple.
He's just the whole package, man.
It's the whole package.
Shep.
Prince is just that. I mean, it wasn't surprising because Prince is a badass, but I was a little bit like, wow, I didn't expect that from Todd. I mean, you know, I know you have a diverse listening catalog, but it was a little bit like, whoa, that one caught me off guard.
It's the funk.
It's the funk. You're a big funk fan.
Funk drives me to it.
Funkin' A. It's the funk, yeah. All right, well, this track's not very funky, but it is very heavy and a lot of fun to listen to. So enjoy, and let's all revel in the glory of tandem right now, and we'll listen to some Prince for about 15 minutes.
All right.
Maybe 18.
All right.
Peace be with you, KUHS 102.5 FM, the record you need to know about. Tonight's record is Billy by Prince from 1983. See you in a minute.
Where'd you ride a glasses? Then the other music glasses. Then I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. I said then the other glasses. Then I've ever seen. That I've ever seen. Oh, Billy, I sit down in honest glasses. Yeah, that I've ever seen. Oh, 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 that I've ever seen. Oh, 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 ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm having swing. Billy, where'd you buy the glasses? I said, Billy, where'd you find the glasses? They'll be up his glasses that I've ever seen. I said, they'll be up his glasses that I've ever seen. Yeah. think of his glasses that I've ever seen. Oh, Lisa, where'd you find his glasses? Oh, Lisa, yeah. Where'd you find his glasses? They're the strangest of glasses. Oh, I have seen, yeah. Oh, Lisa, Billy, where'd you find your glasses? Oh, Billy, where'd you find your glasses? Don't let me on his glasses. Let me on his glasses. Oh, Lord.
Bob Nagy here. You know, you're listening to the record you really need to know about.
KUHS 102.5 FM. Thanks for tuning in. You've been listening to Prince with his improvisational track called Billy. Came out in 1983, or was recorded in 1983, unreleased. But it is accessible at the Prince Vault. The Vault.
Yeah, at the Vault, if you can get in.
If you can get into the Vault. We're not talking about that restaurant down the way. We're talking about the Vault.
Todd has a key.
I have a special pass.
Todd has a special pass.
Did I say that out loud?
You did.
You did.
Okay.
And if you want to get into the Vault with Todd's password is password 1. So you can get right in. Really easy.
Password 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exclamation mark.
Oh, yeah, because they make you do a symbol now.
You got to have to, yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're sharing with you tonight in honor of Prince and his legacy and the music that he has created. And there is so much of it that I'm sure that for however many years we do this radio show, this time every year there will be something new from the vault that you can dig up. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I think a bunch of strippers just walked by. Maybe we should get them on the air.
And
That'd be rad. Especially after our meeting tonight. That'd be amazing. Don't do anything crazy.
What, do they just live around here?
We can describe what's happening, but we can't
They're
actually...
going to the armory.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they are.
Got to get some guns.
Guns and chicks.
Actually, I went over there today.
Weaponized hookers.
I went over there today.
You went to the killing machine factory
I
next
picked
door?
up a Caesar salad here next door, and then I was like, hey, man, I need some pluck foam.
Plug foam?
Yeah, for a case.
What the pluck are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the pluck I'm talking about other than plug foam.
Wow.
And I walked in there, and
how'd that work out for you?
I don't know. There's like a golden retriever guarding the door.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 104 years old, so it didn't really do much.
I'm afraid of that place. It scares me.
They're really nice in there.
A lot of white people.
But they had no pluck foam. So, everyone, they have no pluck foam.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, check it out. It is...
Hey!
All right, yeah. It's Prince Day. Post-Easter, Prince Day. We like to call it Priester Day.
Priester.
It's Priester Day.
It's
Do we have a name for this day, or do we just call it Prince Day?
Yesterday was Priester.
Well, yesterday was Prince Day, but our show's on Monday, darn it, so it's Prince Day today.
Yeah, well, good enough.
What do we call it? Do we have a day? Do we need a day? Does Prince need a day?
Yeah, he does.
Why don't we make a thing? Can we make a thing and like go to some
petition,
lawmakers or something?
Petition to get a Prince Day?
Yeah, can we have a Prince Day? We'd like to have a Prince Day.
The first Monday after his death
is Prince Day.
It was Prince Day.
Happy Prince Day, guys.
Yeah. And I'm only saying Monday because that's when we do our show.
Exactly.
So I'm being selfish.
See? No, you're not. You're thinking smart.
And not the whole day, just 9 to 11.
You're working smarter, not harder. That's what you're doing right now.
Yes.
I like it. It's genius. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on around town right now? Well, we missed this.
What?
I'm really bummed out.
What?
I found out today that over the weekend, I had a fantastic weekend, by the way, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I found out today that I missed the Dutch oven workshop at Lake Catherine. I'm bumming out about
your
that.
ass kicked saying something like that.
Can you believe that? I missed that.
Dutch oven
There's a
workshop.
Dutch oven workshop at Lake Catherine this weekend. Now...
So people get into bed with one another and give each other Dutch ovens? Is that what?
Thank you. I was waiting for someone to bring that up. No, actually, it was.
Is this an inside joke?
No.
Okay.
Well, you know what a Dutch oven is.
Well, of course.
Yeah, it's a little metal thing that you cook food in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that part.
Well, there's another Dutch oven.
Okay.
I just, as soon as I read that headline, I went, oh man, I missed out on that. That would have been fun.
Next thing I want to hear about a Devil's Triangle or something. I don't know. We'll ask old Brett Kavanaugh.
See if he knows about the Dutch oven workshop.
I didn't know anything. It's a drinking game.
I'm a little disappointed that I missed that. That happened over the weekend, apparently, down here at Lake Catherine State Park. They had a Dutch oven workshop. And boy, oh boy, would I like to have been there with microphones. What was going on in that workshop?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? That really happened over the weekend. I'm not making a joke.
Yeah, that's amazing. Was it at Lake Catherine State Park?
That's what I just said, yes, Lake Catherine State Park, yeah. It was the Dutch oven workshop. I'm just imagining a bunch of people all laying around in beds going, all right, so here's how it works, honey.
Stick your head under there. I'm going to trap your head underneath the covers.
Pretend you're asleep, okay? Pull the sheets over your head. Are you ready? Here we go. Dutch oven. You know? It's a very highbrow show we have here.
It is. It is
extremely highbrow.
Very intelligent humor.
It's exceptional.
Above
par.
Above par. I did have a fun weekend though. I went to the racetrack this weekend. I went to the racetrack on Saturday.
Wow.
Got a little box.
What a good use of your time. Yes.
It was fantastic.
Yes.
I took the family.
Totally fantastic.
I took the family.
Oh, really?
It was awesome. Yes, we had a great time. We bet on the ponies. We ran around in the infield a little bit. It was a beautiful day, beautiful Saturday. Mm-hmm. The horses were running. Horses were racing.
Did y'all win any?
Somebody's got to win.
I
mean, trademarked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's we can say it though.
Mm-hmm.
My bets. I would bet, and then I might win, and then I could use that winning to buy another bet.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I won, but I didn't lose a lot of money.
Yeah. Story of a track junkie's life.
It was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun.
I won so much money.
I had a good time.
3 days later, I gave it all back.
You know, Todd, it's only the third time I've been. The first time I went with you and the Schneed. That was the first time I'd ever went. And then second time I went for like a work thing. And then this time I just took the fam. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's cool.
I don't think the kids were into it, but, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, it's something you can tell them later. It was a historic thing.
I think they would be more into if they could control the horses with little tiny controllers. Then I think they'd be like, yeah, we're into this.
Well, it's the fact that it's still going after Derby Day.
Yeah.
This is new.
Oh, you're right.
This is totally
new. I
new.
didn't even think of that. That's the first time.
This is really bizarre for me.
Wow, you're right. The racing season should be over.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I mean...
Somehow it's not.
Somehow it's not.
I mean...
But at least the traffic is calmed down, and that's all I really care about.
It has thinned out. Yeah. It was not crowded. It was busy, but not like crazy, like it normally is.
I noticed they still have those tents out there.
Yeah, well, I think they did that for the weekend.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They were using those?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
the infield of Oaklawn Racetrack was packed with people. There was a beer festival going on, which I had no idea about. There were bouncy houses, food trucks and stuff. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Wait, so you drink a bunch of beer and you get in a bouncy house? And
I had a couple of beers and...
you got in a bouncy house?
A lot of Maker's Mark.
And
which is
you
a
got
whiskey.
in a bouncy house?
I did not. I would have.
Why not?
I would. Well, we didn't go back out there after the Maker's Mark started. I would have totally gotten a bouncy house. You know me. I would have been right in there.
So what day?
Come on, kids, let's go.
What day? Saturday?
Saturday.
That was 420, man. They weren't having a 420 festival out there?
No.
Too early. Too early for Hot Springs.
No, that was over. That was over Together Fest. That was at Together Fest over at Low Key Arts.
No,
that was
cool
the 420.
place.
The cool kids. Where the cool kids hang out.
Well, one day.
Definitely not hanging out at the track with me. Hey, it is top of the hour. It's time to do a station ID, which I will do right now live. And it is also time for...
Do it live!
A word from our sponsors. Mm-hmm. So why don't we get into that?
Let's do that.
Because when we come back, after we listen to 15 minutes of Prince's improvisational track called Billy... excuse me.
Same song.
Yeah. Get ready, kids. get ready.
For all of you going, wait, this is the same song.
No, it's not. Don't be fooled.
Okay.
Don't be fooled by the Lynn drums.
I'll go with that.
It's not the same song.
KUHS 102.5 FM.
See you in a little while.
Garland County Library underwrites. Open 7 days a week, GC Library has activities for kids, teens, and adults like storytime, gaming, book clubs, movies, genealogy, and live music. In addition to books, newspapers, magazines, and reference materials, GC Library has ebooks, audiobooks, movies, manuals, and music available in person or online with your card. GC Library has computers and internet, meeting rooms and lessons, bluegrass jams and tax prep, and used books for sale by the friends. For hours and info, you can find them on social or call 501-623-4161 or check it all out at gclibrary.com.
Oh, we forgot to tell you that at 10:15 we've got Mark Sargent from Flat Earth Clues. The film was also from the film Behind the Curve.
Behind the Curve.
It's on Netflix right now. So tune in at 10:15 or just stick around. Jesus.
Entourage.
We'll be back in a little while. KUHS.
Do it.
glasses. Moving past these glasses that I've ever seen, yeah. Wanna give me some, I wanna know really. Oh, where'd you get these glasses?
We're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo damn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but damn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a damn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't an up-tempo record every time I do a damn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last damn time I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a damn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying.
You're listening to the record you need to know about on KUHS 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back. I'm going to make this phone call really quick. Let me see if I can do this. See if it works. I feel like this has worked in the past. Call. Oh, it's ringing. Let's see if it works. Mm-hmm. Oh, do I have to dial one?
Sorry, we are unable to complete your call as...
Quiet. Sorry, Mark, I got to dial one first.
You ever had the suspicion that you've been abducted by aliens?
Let's try that again.
We're sorry, we are unable...
Oh, man. Drop the call. Hang on, Mark, we're calling you.
Have you recently had a close encounter? Close encounter with something very unusual.
Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Let's try this again. Oops. Oh. Got to dial one, right? I have to dial one first.
Ice out.
Welcome back to the show. We're calling Mr. Mark Sargent, the star of the film Behind the Curve.
You got it right. Ding, ding, ding.
I know I've been practicing.
Inconceivable!
Let's see if it works now.
This is Mark.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? KUHS. What's going on, dude?
Hey, man. What's going on?
I had a hard time calling you. I forgot that I had to dial one first.
What are you serious? Come on, I'm old, but nobody forgets that.
I forgot it.
Wait a minute. You still have to do that?
I'm really old, too, by the way. How old are you, Mark Sargent?
I am 50.
Well, Mark,
no, really? Wait, hold on. You're 50?
We're using a rotary phone, and Aaron forgot to hit the, put his finger in that part.
Really? You're 50? You're 50, huh?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Wow, you're looking good for 50, my friend.
Well, thank you. It's very kind to say. I started Flat Earth. Well, the documentary, when you saw that, I was 48.
Oh man, I'm 46. So.
But you wanted something like Patricia in that movie. Do you know how old she was?
Now, Patricia, she's the girl that does the other sort of YouTube podcasty thing with you.
Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. Very attractive brunette. She was 54 in that movie.
Wow, she looks fantastic for her age as well.
I know women half her age who would literally kill her for her look. So yeah.
Are you guys a thing? Are you guys an item?
We were a thing, and then we kind of figured out as this thing started going along that we seemed to be a better team than we were a relationship, which was interesting because the documentary kind of, the way they edited it, made it seem like we were kind of a hot item, and it's like, well, actually,
that's exactly what I thought.
Oh yeah, that's the way they shot it. And but to be fair, when you're around her, if you're a guy, it's tough to be around someone like that. She's so symmetrically perfect that you kind of stare and linger, some long glances. So yeah, it can get a little tough. So
it's like a perfect circle or a sphere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's they've done those tests where somebody's symmetrically. The almost the definition for good looks is the symmetry down to like the millimeter. You look at wow. If their eyes are absolutely identical straight across, their lips aren't crooked, and their nose perfect.
Wow. Sounds like my wife. Hey, I just want to just for the record, we are actually broadcasting live on YouTube right now. Live.
Oh, okay.
And we're also broadcasting live on the FM airwaves here in Hot Springs, 102.5 FM. So I got to do that legal ID thing, man. I got to get that.
Yeah.
Got to get that legal ID thing in when we come back on the air. It is the law.
Ice out.
According to the FCC. But so we are talking with Mark Sargent, the one of the early adopters of the flat Earth theory.
Yeah.
Early? How early?
My first video was made February 10th, 2015.
2015.
And that's really, really early. There was only a couple guys out there. I could probably name on one hand who had videos before me. Eric Dubé, obviously, Matt Boylan, otherwise known as Matt Powerland. He was in the documentary.
He was. I want to ask him about him in a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, and then Jay Henning Collegia and a few other people, but nothing easy to understand. I was the first guy that made, even though it sounds redundant, Flat Earth for Dummies.
Yeah, you made Flat Earth for Dummies. You should make the book. Hey, but let's get back to the Powerland dude, because is he crazy?
No, he's not crazy. Everything in the documentary was true about him, even though he disputes it. Which was he got into it years ago and tried to put it out to people, but what just wasn't resonating.
It wasn't resonating.
Because he only had one argument, which was because he was a photorealistic painter, and he's like, "Look, I can paint the Earth," and his argument was photo or painting, and he'd show people these things, but that's just it. He was only showing them the painting of the Earth and a photo of the Earth and comparing the two, and he just wasn't giving a broad spectrum of ideas to get people into flat Earth, and so it just wasn't resonating.
And so, but what was his animosity towards you? Because it seems like, and I've tried to dig up some videos since we've been chatting for the last few weeks. He seems to be very angry with you.
Yeah, he hates me.
Why?
He really hates me.
Why aren't you guys on the same? Aren't you guys like hashtag same team?
Well, nice, very good. By the way, that's what we've been trying to promote is hashtag same team.
I pay attention.
And what had happened was he reached out to me. He was literally the first guy to contact me after I made the clues.
Yeah.
And he contacted me, and literally like within one email, he said, "Okay, okay." So what happened was people knew who he was. And they were contacting me, trying to get to him. So I felt like junior high, passing notes through school.
Yeah.
Type of thing. It's like, hey, is your friend going to Sadie Hawkins? Because I know someone that's asking. Really? Seriously, we're going to do that?
We're going to do that right now.
So, yeah. So I contacted him, and he'd be like, "No, man, I'm not doing interviews." He really did this whole aloof thing. It's like, I'll get to the media when I'm ready. And so what do you think happened? I go back to them, and they said, "Well, do you want to talk about flat Earth?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then the interviews, media is generally lazy anyway. They'll call, if you do a decent interview, everyone will talk to you eventually. And so he wrote me, and he said, "Okay, here's what I want you to start doing in interviews." I go, "Okay, I'm waiting with bated breath on this." He goes, "First off, you're going to have to start attacking the Catholic Church. Especially the Jesuits." And I'm going,
wow.
Why
Especially the Jesuits.
What does that have to do with the Earth being flat?
Exactly. Go, why would I do this? There's no motivation for me to do this. Plus I was raised a Christian. Why would I do this?
Okay.
And he goes, if you don't do this, he goes, I'm gonna try to discredit you. And I was like, well, take your best shot, man. Go ahead. And so he just started slowly but surely working these rumors out there, to where the more interviews I did, the more infuriated he got.
Okay, that explains it.
And so I'm sorry, when it came to the documentary, because everybody in the film that was against us officially, like scientists and psychologists and astronauts and those guys, were very affable, very friendly on camera. They were smiling most of the time, saying, well, they're mistaken, they're miseducated. So they were looking for a villain, and it just occurred to them, it's like, you know what? We've had a villain the entire time. It's this guy. They didn't even have to interview him. They just used a barrage of his clips.
Yeah, his YouTube videos are quite insane.
Yeah. His first ones, I got to tell you, those first ones from back in the day, back in 2014, they were pretty good. He was sober. He was focused. He had a different girlfriend. He he hadn't fled Canada at that point looking for American citizenship, which he eventually got. I think he's just about ready to get it. He ended up marrying. He was on this hunt for a wife in the United States, started in Florida and made it all the way to Vegas, I think, before he found somebody.
It's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, and a lot of women.
Okay, a lot of women. So okay, look, I had all these big plans to put together a Flat Earth update package. But unfortunately, me and my producers, we didn't have time since we spoke last to kind of put it together. But this is sort of the official launch of the Flat Earth update with Mark Sargent, or
Flat Earth update with Mark Sargent.
We can do a half-assed version of that right now, if you want. If you want, we can do a half-assed version, which I'm all about. Let me find a little thing. Here we go. Ready?
No. Okay.
Flat Earth. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Let's try it again. Hang on. You hang on there, Mr. Sargent. It's the Flat Earth update with the Sarge. This week in Flat Earth news. I don't know what's happening this week.
No.
In Flat Earth news.
And by the way, I am totally old enough to remember when that music track came out.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Whew, that goes all the way back.
That goes way back, right? So so Flat Earth update. Give us an update. What's happening in Flat Earth right now? I know we know we're going to New Zealand tomorrow, but aside from that, what's happening?
Take your pick. Hang on 1 second. I will, because it's been did you call me? Was it last week?
Yes. Caught you off guard.
It was the week after last.
Oh, is it the week after last? Okay, well, normally what I do is I just so you guys know what I do. I just go into any search engine, I type in Flat Earth.
Well, that's not going to help.
I have this stuff memorized, but I'll tell you the highlights. How's that? Anytime.
Cliff's Notes.
30 days. Neil deGrasse Tyson is RS again as of yesterday.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
He got in this big in-depth interview. You know, he's been trying to get back into the news ever since the whole #MeToo thing. He got accused of a bunch of stuff, and Fox and National Geographic pulled him off the air.
Did
he?
They
could do.
I totally missed that. There's so many people.
I missed that news as well.
So many people are grabbing things and doing things. It's
a lot of grab ass out there in the world these days.
Anyway.
So what happened was they did their own quote unquote independent investigation to see if anything actually happened, which basically gave them time to settle out of court with whoever the accusers were, and it looks like they took it because he went back on the air. But just before he did, he launched on this big Twitter tirade against Flat Earth because, again, we're freaking smoking hot right now. And that's one of his things, because he can segue into that because he is literally the most popular face of science.
Yeah.
The second being Brian Cox out of England, who I worked with.
Bill Nye, the science guy. My kids love Bill Nye.
Come on. Bill Nye is not officially a scientist. He's a science educator. He's got a bachelor's degree in mechanical.
Oh, is he like Dr. Phil? He's not really a doctor?
Is Dr. Phil not really a doctor?
I don't think he is. I think he's a fake doctor.
Might not be.
I think he's one of those fake doctors.
He gives a really solid interview, and so what happened was most of your hardcore scientists, when they go on television or radio, they're really dry, because they're nerds, they're super geeks, and it's like one syllable answers. It's like doing a root canal.
Yeah.
And
kind of like we are.
He is he's really solid. He knows what he pretends to know what he's talking about, but the point is he looks credible. He wears the bow tie and the jacket, and the media. The thing is now he's doing stuff. He's like was on the advisory board for the Mars rover, on a panel on quantum physics and climate change. It's like he's an actor. He's a local comedy troupe actor, and yet. In fact, I'll give you a real quick history on it. He's from Seattle. He's from a local comedy troupe up here. I grew up with this guy.
Nice.
And he did this little bit where he wasn't even doing that great, and then the head of that show, Ross Schaefer, he contacted him and said, he goes, you're kind of geeky looking, angular, thin. Why don't we put you in a lab coat and start doing these science spoofs? And then Disney picked that up, and they said, hey, you know what? This is pretty good. I think we could market him to kids. And so he did the show for 6 years, and then he was in syndication forever. And now he's become, not necessarily like Mr. Rogers or Electric Company or stuff like that, but pretty damn close.
Yeah. So you're basically saying, and let's stick with the Flat Earth Update thing, that this stuff goes deep, man. Like, it goes deep.
Yeah.
Like deep into our educational system. It goes deep into our upbringing, things that we've grown up with. You're telling us that, like, this stuff is very, very deep and very ingrained, and it's been going on for decades.
Decades, generations.
Generations. Well, generations is decades. Or centuries. Are we talking centuries?
Centuries, at least 5 centuries. But most recently, especially with America, here's what.
And so why is this happening, though? Because I want to try to stick with the Flat Earth Update thing.
1947.
And I really wanted to talk about Flight Path this week, but we can get to that maybe next week. But why is this happening? Why is this happening to us?
Why is this a thing?
Yeah, why is it happening?
Why is Flat Earth happening now?
No. Why are we being taught that the Earth is round?
Why are we taught that it's a globe?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, mostly we're being taught this just because that was the theory that was proposed 500 years ago, at the very least, with Copernicus. Which was. Oh, we're going to music?
No, we're not going to music. That was just Todd playing a sample.
Okay. So 500 years ago, we teach that, but remember, 500 years ago, it's like, we figured out it was a globe with geometry and trigonometry and observations that really were at ground level. And it's like, really, what do you know? Until you can get high enough to take the image, what do you really know?
Okay.
And so 500 years later, when the space program starts firing up, NASA gets founded in 1958. Until you can take the photograph, what do people know? In fact, the greatest quote I ever heard was from George Orwell, the creator of 1984, the book and the movie. And he said in 1946, he wasn't a flat earther, but he's talking about how people just believe scientists no matter what they say. Whatever the people in the white coats say, most of the people give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, oh, they're smarter than me, so,
Well, but hey, look, you know what? I'm a huge David Bowie fan, but I really don't think that Ziggy and the Spiders were a band. I mean, so there's that end of the spectrum as well, where you can say, yeah, I know it's fun and everything, but I mean, come on.
It's the 1947 part.
Well, no, 1946. But
no, 46.
No, 47.
But anyway, but his quote was great. He said, when you walk out to people on the street and you ask them, how do you know the world is a globe? They say, the first reaction is always the same. In fact, you could do this today. People say, well, we just know. It's a given. It's like algebra. It's like we know this. It's a fact. And then you say, really? How do you know it's a fact? And they would always get kind of irritated, kind of upset, because remember, this is 12 years before NASA was even founded. How did everybody in the world know the globe in 1946? They didn't know. It's what they were told. That's the big
Interesting. Okay. It's what they were told.
Their fathers, if you're told something, not to use a Lord of the Rings reference, but I mean,
you did.
I don't like it when you use movie references. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
No, I kind of like it.
I don't, Todd. I don't.
I like it. Man.
I feel like Mark's going to lose credibility if he says like Matrix and stuff. So we've got to stay away from that.
He's connecting because it's all a part of the alien engineering. Did I say aliens out loud?
You did.
Okay. Again, I still believe there's civilizations that are older than ourselves that are flying around here in something.
Well, of course.
I just don't think they're from Mars or Jupiter or Venus. I think they're from here, which is why not? Again, we've got old cultures. Everybody knows. Heck, I'll even pick on the Ancient Aliens television series. They know full well there's cultures out there that have lived a long, long time before our history was around.
So let me ask you this, if I may jump in really quick, and because I have to, because you brought up a point where like eventually you're just sort of told like the Earth is round, and you just go, wow, that's what I was told. So in a way, it's sort of a faith thing. Like I have faith in education. I have faith in the people prior to me. They told me the Earth is round, so the Earth is round. This goes back to, and I told you this last week, that I'm an atheist. I have been for well over a decade. Right. So I sort of stopped believing in that faith. So where are you in respect to, say, that type of faith. Like you were just told growing up your whole life, your parents were, your grandparents were, there's a magic dude in the clouds with a big beard and he's got a lightning bolt and he's like, yeah, man, everything's cool. You guys are going to come up here and you're going to talk to Paul and get through the gates and we're all going to live happily ever after. But have you really got any facts to back that up?
You're absolutely right. There are some massive comparisons there.
You called yourself, and you said you called yourself a Christian earlier. So
yes, yeah.
Keeping the debate alive.
Okay, so how do I reconcile that?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, because I reconcile it like this. If the world is not some little rock flying through an impossible universe, and instead is this little box sitting on somebody's desk,
yes.
At the very least, that means that box was built by someone greater than ourselves. And again, if you think it's just an advanced civilization, great. One man's advanced civilization is another man's deity.
Ooh,
at that point.
Okay.
And so, again, that's fine. It's your choice to make. If you want to think, but at the very least, it's a power that's greater than ourselves. And come on, there's a lot of people that would worship said power.
Okay.
In fact, if a perfect example would be if some giant golden technological marvel spaceship all of a sudden landed in Main Street right now.
You mean like Thor?
People out there taking selfies and going, "Wow, they do look like Avatar." There'd be a lot of people that would have formed a church almost immediately.
Exactly. So what if all of a sudden those beings come out and they go, the earth is spherical?
What do we do?
Nothing I could do there. I mean,
you know what I'm saying, because at that point it's like, well, yeah, okay, perception.
But everything said, yeah, you're. Said all of a sudden would start being, not to use too many religious terms, would be canonized, and people would just be, everything they said would be turned into this text, and people would be going over it like it's the new rules to the world.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So and you bring up a really good point, Todd, and this is something that I wanted to eventually get to with Mark. I know tonight we're going to talk about the flight paths, and we're going to do it next week. But you do bring up a really good point. So. As I said, I'm an atheist, and I'm completely good with that. But I'm also comfortable in knowing that if I'm wrong, God will forgive me.
Ooh, that's a good out.
You pretty much.
It's not even a good out. It's just that's what I've been told my whole life, right? God's going to forgive me, so it's all right if I believe what I believe now.
Yeah.
I'm not committing a sin, if you will, in the quote-unquote scripture, because I don't believe. I'm making a choice of my free will, right? Still in the scripture. I'm not following any false deities. I am not believing, which that is a sin, right?
That's a good point.
Right. Yes. Right. I'm not believing in any outside sources other than I just, my gut says that's all fabricated. It was taught to me by man and not by anything other than a human.
Right.
So I'm not falling into the false deity realm.
Yeah.
Now, this flat earth thing, how are we certain that we're not falling into false gods?
After every
as a Christian
flat earthers say,
yep.
Mark says,
the sergeant.
He's not saying amen. And the reason why you don't say amen is because that's originally from Amun-Ra. Which is
he's right. By the way, I actually did research on this. He's absolutely right.
Amun-Ra.
Yeah.
Amun-Ra, which actually, well, I shouldn't say
every time you say amen, you undo that prayer or that scripture. Is that not correct?
You know,
I don't know. I'm throwing this.
No. I hear you. I'm kind of conflicted when it gets weird that you would bring up that one, because I studied that one years ago, which was that Amun-Ra loosely translates to hidden sun. And amen would be the hidden part. And I thought it was interesting that almost at the end of any hymn that you sing in church, it always ends with amen, which is an interesting thing to say because it's not even close to being an English word.
Amen-Ra.
It's a Middle Eastern word.
Amen-Ra. And if you move those words around a little bit, you got ramen noodles. So hey, good times.
You kind of do.
Yeah, I love ramen noodles. Hey, a lot of great books and music have been written on ramen noodles. So there you go.
to this day, Live and Die by Ramen Noodles.
Hey, don't we all? Hey, seriously, so where are you headed next, Mark? You're going to New Zealand tomorrow, right?
Okay, so I'll be in New Zealand. Hopefully, you guys can get a hold of me. Because I'm going to be in the future when I'm down there. By a day, I'll be there I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm coming back on the 6th.
Yeah, so how does that work? How is it that you're going to be in New Zealand? And I did the math last week,
right.
and I know I emailed you about it, and I was like, hey, it's going to be like 3:15 your time, so we could totally call you at 10:15 our time. How does that work? If you can get to that quickly, because I know you got to go. But
no, that's okay. That's fine.
If you can get to that quickly, how does that time?
Yeah,
how does the time zone thing work?
Time zones work fine on a flat Earth. Remember, we're talking about a sun that is super, super small and super, super close. And if you want to have fun with that, because the next question would be, we're talking, and people are probably listening, going, how small and how close? It's like, okay, so it's not 400,000 miles wide. It's less than 50 miles wide, and it's not 93 million miles away. It's probably not even 3,000 miles away. It's super, super close and really, really small. And it moves around the top of this thing.
So wait. What is it? What is it? Does it have an internal nuclear reactor?
Is it LED?
What is it? Is it LED? Super LED? What is it?
The sun would be, honestly, just kind of like an incandescent light bulb. There's
a nuclear LED. That's what I'm looking at, right?
I don't even know if it has to be nuclear. I mean, you create enough lumens, you can simulate a nuclear explosion. I'm trying, by the way, not to say nuclear, because the Americans completely screwed up that pronunciation.
Yeah.
They did.
Remember,
nuclear.
What's the short version of nuclear? Nuke. How do you spell it? Nuke. What's the long version? Nukular. No. Anyway.
Wow. All right, so you're going to...
But if you want to... Sorry, I got to get this in. Which is, people will say, okay, how does the sun set on a flat Earth? And that would be, okay, you want to have some fun, take a glass of water, put it on a flat table, take a flashlight, put it behind it, get down at eye level, and move the flashlight backwards towards the end of the table to make sure you're looking through the glass of water at the flashlight. The flashlight will set. Well, the flashlight's not setting. It's still on the same table. So how does the light set? It's just because you're looking through a distorted medium, which is our air. Remember, what we're breathing in... the thin version of water.
Refraction.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we've learned a lot tonight.
Refraction.
We've learned a lot tonight.
We'll talk before this.
Refraction, whatever.
We've learned a lot tonight, Mark. Thank you so much for taking our call. Safe travels to New Zealand. It should be pretty easy. I mean, it's a horizontal plane, so you should be fine, right?
Shot. Should be fine.
Should be fine. A straight shot. I have so many questions, and you're teaching me so much. I want to keep learning from you. I know Todd's more of a skeptic than I am, but again, safe travels, and maybe we can catch up next Monday night.
All right, just remind me an email. I will have a laptop.
I know you're a busy guy, and I promise to have a Flat Earth update package featuring the Sarge next week.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
It'll be brilliant.
Great.
Will you be in the States next week?
No, but that's okay. I should have a microphone. We'll test it from New Zealand if we have to.
All right, cool.
Yes!
Well, I'll shoot you an email. We'll figure it all out from there.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is Mark Sargent from the film Behind the Curve.
For latency.
More importantly, you can see Mark Sargent on Flat Earth Clues if you go to YouTube. And you've been listening to Mark and us here on The Record You Need to Know About, which you can find at therecordyounneedtoknowabout.com or kuhsradio.org. Mark, thank you so much for taking our call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Have safe travels, man.
All right, I will.
All right, bye. There he goes.
All right.
The Sarge. You guys, the Sarge. Had him on the show again. That's 3 times you've had the Sarge on the show. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I've had him on the show. How now? 3 times? Yes, 3 times. I can't even keep track. My sampler's not working. It's falling apart. All right, let's play some more Prince and get the hell out of here, I guess. Well, we may come back and wrap up.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah,
come back and wrap up.
Yeah.
All right, KUHS.
Yeah.
What else about
Yeah, I'm Magellan on the dirt bike.
Oh my God.
glasses. Luminescent glasses that I've ever seen. Give me some, I wanna know really. Oh, where'd you get these glasses?
Online to preach a teacher, Miss Kathleen. First was Kevin, then came Lucy, third in line was me. All of us were ordinary compared to Cynthia Rose. She always stood in back of the line, a smile beneath her nose. Her favorite number was 20, and every single day. If you ask her what she had for breakfast, this is what she'd say: starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and a tangerine, cause I had ordered a ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'd understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Oh, and they're singing. Oh, all together now. Oh, and they're singing. Cynthia wore the prettiest dress, but different color socks. Sometimes I wondered if the mates were in her lunchbox. Me and Lucy opened it up when Cynthia wasn't around. Lucy cried, I almost died. You know what we found: starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and a tangerine, and I had ordered a ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'll understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Oh, and they're singing. Oh, all together now. Oh, and they're singing. Oh.
John Wesley Williams. You're listening to the record you need to know about. Wait, I gotta ask you a question, Aaron. Do you actually do your shows in studio, or do you pre-record them?
No, they're all in there.
I get scared sometimes.
KUHS 102.5 FM. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We are wrapping things up here. We finished out the Billy track, dude. We finished it out.
Did we?
We did.
Totally.
We finished it. It's all over.
That was a long song.
It was a very long song.
Starfish and Coffee.
We did. I had to play one more. Play something where he like at least sings a little bit more than normal. that Billy track, golly, was a lot. Anyway, what a night. What a night. We had Mark Sargent on. They had Flat Earther. If you didn't hear it tonight, tune in on Wednesday morning. The man with the knowledge, Mark Sargent. He's got it all, right, Jason?
I guess.
Oh, you're a skeptic too.
Yeah.
See, I'm a skeptic leaning flat. Todd's a skeptic leaning round. You're
I
a
mean,
denier.
especially when he started about the sun. The sun just like totally.
What's wrong with the sun?
What he said, it was like 50 miles. No, what did he say? 50 miles across.
It's a lot smaller than we think it is.
50 miles across.
Yeah, that's a debate. That's a debate we need to have maybe next week. I know I want to definitely talk about flight path. I feel like flight path is that one's confusing for me. I need to know more about the flight path stuff.
Yeah. What is Todd shaking some marbles in a plastic cup?
He did.
I did accidentally.
He loves playing marbles. Oddly enough,
Set that over to the side.
Oddly enough, marbles are spherical. Very interesting how that works out. Skeptic. Anyway, fun show. I feel like we're done here. Our work is done.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get out of the way now for Brian Caldwell's show. Unless you're listening on Wednesday morning,
Brian Caldwell.
Then we got to get the hell out of the way for Sonny K's show, the basics. So, guys, got anything?
No.
Happy birthday, Prince. We're glad you were around.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have you.
Thanks, Purple One.
Thank you.
The senior purple badness. Oh, man. Oh, boy, that wasn't Prince, but that was really going after me. It's going after my heart.
Oh, Freddie.
KUHS 102.5 FM, the record you need to know about. Don't forget, kids, you can listen to us every Monday night or Wednesday morning. Just tune in here to 102.5 FM. Or, if you really wanted to hear us anytime in your life, ever, you could go to therecordyouknowabout.com and just hook up that iTunes subscription there.
Hook it up.
These shows are free. Free for you to listen to.
Or you can go to YouTube now, too.
You can go to YouTube now and watch some of these shows live.
Yeah.
This one will be up there eventually.
Who knows what you'll see?
Who knows what you'll see? Maybe a prostate exam. All right. Stick around. There's more to come on this fantastic station. KUHS 102.5 FM. We'll see you next week. It is the record you need to know about. Bye, guys. Fun show.